made. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they punt, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they punt, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Resume, I run up stats. 1,000 yards up in this flat. In the setup like the draft. Taller standing like giraffes. I go stripes with a zebra. And I'm conscious when I lack. Goofy niggas, they be playing. Put your body on this mat. Give my youngin' half a stack. We just jug and do the math. Patriotic in my path. Hit the jail, we fuck the staff. I'm a gangster, but I rap. Now a Remy did the pap. Cause I really stand on business. Niggas acting like they that. Couple rookies with me ballin'. Bitches hit me, they be callin'. They go head for he be all in. I just love they let the dog in. I just ballin' this ball main. Like tears with this hard pain. I been building a large name. Hit the streets with a guard game. I know niggas that charge fame when you get out your yard lane. Niggas talk like they 10-2. To the chopper chop 10 you. Who gon' chop and defend you when we kill all your friends too? Pull up in that Benz proof. Pull up in that Benz. 5 bills to get you whacked.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy, Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number, what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy, Young Aunt Hefe. And I'm here to deliver another one like the other one. It's a crazy game out here, man. The recipient of Hot Topics is Big U and Luce Cannon, as they have been for the last 2 to 3 months. Now, it's been a lot of critical information being thrown out here, a lot of violation, a lot of slander, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? People being called snitches, people are being said to plant this, other people being said to plant this. We don't know what's going on. But we know it's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of blaming. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of just messiness. And it's a whole fiasco that I don't even know what name to throw on it in order to explain it because it's so dimensional and crazy. So a few days ago, I never got around to getting into the content. I seen some content that Luce Cannon is trying to place a body on Big U. So I wanted to go ahead and look into this. With all the antics Luce Cannon be under, all the stuff he do, I never got around to it, you know what I'm saying? I never caught the gist of it, but I think like it was like by way of the channel of Compton Rick Rock. However, today, it's a full day, it's a full deck. We getting around to dropping this content. I see this surface up a few days ago, you know what I'm saying, from No Jumper and Whack 100, and then I'm seeing through other social sites and things like that, they coming with their opinion and coming with content and narrative-based things towards this same content. And so we definitely about to get into this content. So this content is based around Luce Cannon, Big U, and Money Mike. You know, people from the LA area, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about this unaliving when it happened. I was out when it happened. If you into the streets, you feel me, I'm pretty sure you heard the whispers and everything that was, you know what I'm saying, said, you know, several rumors and the things that was floating, you know what I'm saying. We not here to debunk none of that. We not here to place them narratives out there and or talk about it. Back then, I wasn't on the internet. I hadn't heard of no Luce Cannon or anything like that. So, I don't know if Luce Cannon and Big U was cool at this time and then fell out or whatever the case may be. However, it was just being said a few days ago that Luce Cannon was trying to use this as a get out of jail free card. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to use this as a get out of jail free card. You know what I'm saying? Now we hearing that he's trying to pin something on Big U. And so we got some evidence, you know what I'm saying, by way of Whack 100 and they falling out and stuff like that. You know, we know where them secrets and skeletons are buried. So being that they're going back and forth and stuff like that, a lot of stuff are being replayed and a lot of stuff that was said over the time and or by way of what Whack say It's being spilled out here. So it's just like with Luce Cannon, he's a wild card. You don't know what to believe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these characters are wild cards. You don't know what to believe, what's going to come with them. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely about to get off into this content. And you already know, man, it's the Hef Weight and the Hef Effect. We're going to commentate.
When you're reading the paperwork, out of all the guys in there, he's the only one, only a part of one situation. The other guys are intertwined in the club shit, the extortion shit, this, that. I don't think he knew about the other stuff. So for Trap Lord to say, I think Luce was getting nervous about, he's not going to get nervous about something that even he don't know is coming. Now, from stories he's told me, which I don't know if it's true or not, he did say he was arrested 2024 sometime, right? Which me and 600 didn't believe, because when we called his significant other, or she told us, I'm like, all right, what's his information? So she gives us the information. So I had a team go search to see where he at. We thinking he got a bail. We don't know. Allegedly, it's the feds. We have no idea. She just said they pulled up in the gas station, they raided, snatched him, searched the car, tore the car up, and boom, right? So I'm like, damn, we can't find him nowhere. I wait an hour or two. Can't find him. 600 said, man, give me that information. Let me send it to his brother. His brother was out. 600 know his brother. I ain't never met his brother. He said, hey, bro, is this Luce real information? He says, hell no. That ain't his real date of birth. That ain't how he spelled his name. And that's not his ID number. His brother knows his ID number by heart. So he gives us all the real shit. We run it. Still nothing come up. Now, this happens a day before some business supposed to close out. It's like one of the earlier times it started happening before I caught on. Next morning, we get a call, right? She's allegedly driving back to Vegas, whatever. We get a call at 9 o'clock the next morning. They just let Luce out. He's out. I said, where he at? San Diego. I said, San Diego? I thought the nigga got arrested in L.A. Yeah, the feds took him to San Diego. Right? I said, all right, but shit, I'm gonna send him a black car. She said, no, his partner gonna drive from Riverside to come get him. I said, that don't make sense. That's a 100-yard run to come down and go up. He can already be up, right? He said, no. He said his homies is already on the way. I don't think nothing of it. I'm telling myself, check the system.
All right. So look, I already know y'all probably just want to get into the unalive and want the juicy facts. But y'all know how it go, man. We got to give you the dinner before you get set up for the dessert, for the good. So look, this is briefly, you know what I'm saying, Wack explaining that he knew Luce Cannon was a fraud all along. And Wack, you some bullshit for that, because you dealt with this bullshit. Now, I guess when Wack had first, you know what I'm saying, met Luce Cannon and or started dealing with him on business or whatever the case may be, Luce Cannon pulled a move, you know what I'm saying? I guess whatever move Luce Cannon pulled, they basically, from what Wack said they were supposed to be conducting some business, concluding some business that day, the day that the business supposed to fail through. All of a sudden, Luce Cannon winds up in jail. His girl calls, you know what I'm saying, before the business ordeal, hey, Luce is in jail. So they like, what happened? Well, I don't know. She gives out a fake name. They not knowing the name fake at the time. Like I said, I guess they just in meeting them and stuff like that. They ain't went to school with this dude. You know what I'm saying? His name ain't been stamped on no business as far as what Wack say as of this time that he's explaining. So they get the name, they looking him up. He's not popping up in the system. They like, man, what the hell? This is crazy. So it seemed like 600 felt some type of way. 600 felt like it was a hoax, or just like, let me double check, even though we got this from his girl. He could have lied to his girl. She might not be up on it. We don't know what type of games being ran. He tap in with the brother. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's a dude they say that's his twin. Tap in with him, bro. Hey, this y'all get in, whoop. Twin brother like, man, hell no. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. Twin brother for the right information. They look his right information up. He ain't even knowing they got his right information. They looking it up. It's just like the booth information. Ain't nothing popping up. this man is not a nobody custody. So Wack relaying this probably to her like, man, he ain't popping up. Like, where they got him at, man, I don't know. You sure he in custody? Stuff like that whole time. She kind of high-key keying like, hey, they buying it. They looking you up, all of those stuff. So, however, that day or whatever concludes himself. The next day, like a genie, Luce Cannon Pop said, bro, girl call in, stage right on clue. Hey, Luce out, they let Luce out. They call Luce phone. Luce pick up. They talk to Luce. What's happening? What's going on, bro? What's happening? Oh, man, you know, I got picked up by the feds, blah, blah, blah. Man, they took me down to San Diego. They just let me out, blah, 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 all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to have his boy come picking him up. Wack trying to send a black card for him. He trying to deny the black card because he's really not in San Diego, and this whole thing is just a play. You know what I'm saying? This is a play, but, you know, he not knowing them, so he ain't no telling what he expected them if he expected them to go for these rookie moves. Or these moves might not, I ain't gonna even say rookie, because if you don't know what's going on, somebody could pull a hoax over you and get you. So, however, I guess it was a few more of these situations that Wack ended up seeing to where he was like, man, this dude be playing a lot of game on these business days. However, let's get into the rest of this content, and you already know it's the heavyweight and the heavy effect we gonna commentate.
Now, everybody arrested. When he gets on the phone with me, he tells me it's about a dispensary. Big U telling. That's what he tell me. I said, dispensary, Big U telling. He like, yeah, man, some shit happened at the dispensary. Big U telling, we mentioned Monster. At the time, I'm not putting Monster together with Dale, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We get to October. He calls me on the phone with Dale. Him and Dale's talking because Dale's on his phone. Luce say, Wack, get the content. I'm just listening. So they talking about the whole ordeal. So I'm like, I'm listening. Boom. March comes. This is when the shit gets weird. If the feds pick you up in Los Angeles, they not gonna drive you to motherfucking San Diego to talk about a case.
Over 2 hours.
To talk about a case, 140 miles. To talk about a case that's obviously LA based. Why?
Yeah.
Because everybody that got picked up in March went to MDC LA. Nobody went to San Diego.
Right.
So now I'm sitting back and I'm saying,
excuse me. Let's
what? We couldn't find you nowhere in the system. I heard you on the phone with this dude talking freely about all kind of shit. And I'm thinking, now that we looking at the paperwork, the police really got it. They got everything, because what y'all was talking about on that phone is everything. And if Dale was still wired giving Big U federal extortion money, then his phone damn sure wired on wherever he's calling. Right? So now the things I do know, when I keep hearing I'm about to get out, I'm finna get out, even though you're getting multiple denials, right? Based upon pending cases and this, that, and other shit are potentially gonna pop up. And the conversation I know you had with victim one, who you in fact are in there for, the depth you went in, the things you said about Big U, who you was, who you are to Big U, on this man's phone to this man. There's no way, bro, that can happen.
Okay.
Possible. But the call I got a week and a half ago about what motherfucker wanted, why they wanted it, you know, we gonna kick it off a little bit. I get a call from his significant other saying, he said Big U trying to pin a murder on him. I said, what? He said, yeah, he said something about Money Mike. I said, I ain't got nothing to do with Luce Cannon.
Yeah, who's Money Mike?
This dude that got unalive, right? I said, that has nothing to do with Luce Cannon. Why would Big U do that, right? She said, all
right, we go.
It's a cold game out here, and it's a lot of goofies in it, and it's a lot of goofies coaching it and thinking they running it. So, after this jail trip that Whack 100 explains, the following happens. But let me explain this. So, as it's being pointed out, on the indictment, Luce Cannon is only on one charge. The Vay guy, Big U, and the Bear Claw guy, they're on most of, if not all of the indictment together as left hand, right hand, and lieutenant or sergeant at arms, however they want to pin it and place it. However, what I'm not understanding, we already all seen what Luce did. We seen him get on television and say that Big U allegedly passed out guns. We seen him get on television and allegedly speak about this robbery. So he got Whack 100 on his phone trying to get some content. I don't know if he's doing police work or he's just so retarded and got beef with Big U and or hatred towards Big U so bad that you on the phone with a guy that y'all robbed and you got this guy trying to lie on the phone and get some content saying that Big U try to set you up or Big U try to have him do something or play some information. You got a victim on the phone trying to lie. And I'm pretty sure this phone call was recorded as well. This phone call is probably, it's so many wiretaps, like them 20,000 wiretaps they talking about. I'm pretty sure them one of them wiretaps, you know what I'm saying? Because the boy was a confidential informant, and I'm pretty sure he's a confidential informant at this time. So, you know what I'm saying? He's entertaining everything, and Luce Cannon is being rocked to sleep like a baby. He think he's rocking people to sleep, but he's on phone with a certified rat. And why even deal with this dude? Like, that's what I'm not understanding. Like, even regardless, see, this is the thing. These are things that I dislike, and it's just crazy about Luce Cannon character and a lot of these a lot of, you know, human traits up today. Like, so you beefing with somebody, you just teaming up with anybody that's supposed to be their ops. You teaming up with people that you are victimizing because you know that they hate and don't like Big U because he was allegedly squeezing them. You clicking up with them, and that is bad for business. That is not gang material. Bro, what are you doing? That is sweetie. That is sweet. He was out here being sweet this whole time and on the internet calling people sweetie, poking, giving these people leverage, giving these people intel. But what I gotta ask myself as stuff is coming out to play every day, was this dude actually being stupid or is he being smart? Was he giving this intel and information out for a later date because he knew they was already investigating him and he was going to go down or something could potentially happen? So you know what, man, let me just indirectly just get on the internet and start saying some stuff and just saying anything and hope they catch on and catch clickbait or whatever the case may be. We don't know what the hell deal was struck. So this guy went from taking orders allegedly from Big U or being Big U right-hand man, as he say, to bucking Big U system, to speaking to the victims of these crimes. Like, you can't respect that. I can't respect that unless you was trying to squeeze this guy as well. That's the only situation in or conversation you should have been having with this Dale, a monster guy, about paying some money, because that's already what he was doing. But no, you play police with the police. So now with that being said, now this robbery, now this unaliving, this murder thing comes up. Now, like I said, a lot of people in LA heard about the Money Mike unaliving. You know what I'm saying? It was a popular name. He's a guy that's been in the feds. You know what I'm saying? I was down while he was down in the feds. You heard his name in the feds. You know what I'm saying? It's associated with money, getting to a bag. You feel me? A player. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, a lot of dudes say he out the 60s. A lot of dudes say he wasn't originally out the 60s, but then started banging the 60s later on down the line. I don't know. That's not my business, whatever that case may be. Just telling you the things I know about Money Mike up until the point of his unaliving. So everybody in LA was talking about, well, Money Mike, you know what I'm saying, got unalive, oh, this happened, robbery gone bad, or they let these people do it, all type of stuff. Now we got Luce Cannon name tied to this situation. So somehow, some way, this stuff is coming around in a full circle. They got Big U name in there. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they going to, what, Big U sanctioned the hit, or Big U sent the robbery team at him? Like, what was going on? You know what I'm saying? So we about to get back into this content, and y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We're going to commentate.
Here we go.
From his significant other saying, he said Big U trying to pin a murder on him. I said, what? He said, yeah, he said something about Money Mike. I said, I ain't got nothing to do with Luce Cannon.
Yeah, who's Money Mike?
This dude that got unalive, right? I said, that has nothing to do with Luce Cannon. Why would Big U do that, right? She said, I don't know, but he says you may have access to a video that can help him show it wasn't him, right?
Her stepsister burned her face out of jealousy for being too pretty.
Tell anyone.
I said, I think I know somebody that may have that video. Let me make a call, right? So I make the call. I get the video. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I sent it over to her, right? Because in my head, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Big U finna like pin something on this dude that ain't him.
Okay. Now,
So they knew that.
Oh, wait. The internet is undefeated. So, look. So, however, I lost my mind. I lost my thought process pertaining to this situation. I ain't gonna even lie. It's a lot of crazy work, a lot of crazy stuff going on. So, from what I could remember pertaining to this unaliving, somehow, some way, this dude get implemented in it. Luce Cannon, that is. I don't know. You gotta wonder. Sometimes Luce Cannon be wanting to be implemented in stuff. So I'm just wondering, is this one of these situations? Or was this, you know what I'm saying, allegedly something that Big U, like, I'm a pin on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. We don't know. I don't care to ever know. But being that we on topic with the situation and speaking about it, we definitely gonna give opinion and enlightenment to how we feel, you know what I'm saying? Can't give you enlightenment to the truth because I don't know what the heck happened. So, however, I don't know if this is another arrest or if this is the San Diego arrest that Whack 100 is talking about, that Luce Cannon is trying to say that he was being investigated and the feds was talking to him about the unaliving of Money Mike. But you gotta know, man, this gotta be a hoax or a play because this dude played too much. I swear he played too much. Played with Nipsey, been playing with Big U. The man played too much. Y'all know that. We all know that. We all can agree that he played too much. You know what I'm saying? When he get out there and get on some crash dummy stuff with certain people, we're seeing he handled his business, but we can't say that go for everybody. However, moving along. He come out his mouth and allegedly tell Whack 100 that Big U is trying to put a body on him. So he asking Whack 100. Whack 100 got ties. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you from, you gonna have ties. But I'm gonna just say this anyway. Whack 100 is from Pacoima, man. You from the streets of LA. That's how you know Luce Cannon is not from LA. This man got to call Whack 100 and ask Whack 100 if he can find somebody that can get the tape of Money Mike because he needs to show proof that it wasn't him and or be exonerated. And I know all this time Whack had to be laughing and like, this guy is a clown, this guy is an idiot, and he think I'm stupid. So they just came to talk to you and say that it might be a tape and are we going to let you go, but we furthermore it might be coming back to you. Big U trying to put it on you. You better try to find the evidence. So he get out, he reach out to the streets. Lo and behold, the tape fall in his lap by way of Whack. He called Whack. Whack knows somebody who knows somebody. Whack 100 get the tape. They get the tape. Y'all seen the tape. We don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. They got a lot of magical stuff going on. They can blow stuff out. They can blow stuff up. They got cameras everywhere. They can follow the vehicle, all type of stuff. I mean, if they really wanted somebody, I'm pretty sure if they really wanted the victims, they will have the victims. I don't think they're going to go up out of pocket and or do too much to try to find. They don't care about people out here getting unalive, man. Definitely people with these prison numbers, people, you know what I'm saying, that are said to be gang members and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for them, you just doing them another job. He gets unalive. The murder probably not even really investigated like that, but if it is to evidence out in the streets to where people was talking and they hear names, we got to come grab somebody. However, what did he do with the tape? Who was the tape sent to? Was the tape sent to the police, the subdivision of the feds that came and got you from Los Angeles and took you to San Diego? Like, this is crazy. So these are the games that these dudes play, and this is the type of stuff that will get you unalive. Talking about that somebody else told on you about unaliving, and you ain't got that paperwork. You ain't got that work. And talking about the police said this to you. So it took Wack hopping out there to disrespect. Well, it took his girl hopping out there and Wack hopping out there to disrespect her for stuff to start trickling down and making sense, man. And I'm not going to point no finger at nobody. I don't know who did what. Y'all heard the story. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all heard what's going on. And y'all can use your own intelligence and form your own opinion. That's the great thing about life. And I'm going to conclude that there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Are mad at me when he didn't fight back. Sweetie, Sugar Plum, what you want me to do? Because you see, it's like this. I want the smoke. I am the smoke. Now, you want to fight me because he's a bust.